Hey, what's up, guys? Trey Smith here. I'm co-founder, CEO at Autofunnel. So glad you decided to check out our software. And in this video, I'm going to go over the 3 core tools inside of Autofunnel. See, we have a ton of different tools inside of our software, much more than what I'm going to show you in this video. But if you're just getting started, then this is where you want to begin. So the first one is Autofunnel itself. Okay, this creates pages with AI, writes all the copy for you. You can do things like an event page. You can have a sales page to sell your book, or you could just have a home page like you might want just to promote you and your brand. All right. And it can also build out complete funnels. All right. Now, what's a funnel? Well, you're going to have your page to sell your book or whatever. Then you have to have a checkout page. You got to be able to take orders, right? And then you're going to have a thank you page that says, hey, cool, here's a link to the thing you bought. That's a funnel. Anytime you go multi-page like that, it becomes a funnel. So Autofunnel does all that stuff. I'm going to show you that. Then after that, I'm going to show you Bookle. This is our software that creates books with AI that actually sound like you and they don't suck, which is pretty cool. Most AI written books are kind of terrible. Our software actually does it great. I'm going to show you how to get the best results out of that. Then the third and final one I'm going to show you in this video is called Podcaster. And that software inside of Autofunnel is going to create amazing podcasts for you. You get to choose the voice, the intro music. We're going to write all of the stuff for you, all the content based on your ideas. All right, so let's jump in and check those out. You're going to watch me build a book, and then Autofunnel is going to turn it into a complete sales website, and then we're going to promote it with Podcaster all automatically. So the first thing I'm going to do is generate a new book by clicking the plus sign. Now, this book is going to be called the Social Media Marketing Playbook. And we're going to create a book here that's going to help people grow their social media. AI is going to do it. And remember, the cool thing about Bookle is it's the only AI software in the world that creates books with your ideas in it. So if you actually know about social media or whatever you're building, you can actually inject those ideas into the software. So for a description here, we have this in-depth guide teaches you how to get followers and dominate social media in any niche market. So I'm going to click on next here, and then we could talk about our audience, and I think that's a good idea. We're going to say entrepreneurs, and then the writing tone. Let's do this kind of relaxed. I want this to be kind of a chill book that people really enjoy, they read, and don't take too serious. We're going to sell this book for like $4. This is going to be the very beginning of our huge entire business funnel, right? As you see, we're going to build out so much cool stuff, but this is the beginning part. Now, for structure, I don't really have anything in there. I did have a specific thing I wanted to add to chapter 1, but I'll show you how I'm going to do that in a second. All right, so here we go. We have a bunch of different covers on the right-hand side that we can choose from, and whatever we think is going to go most with the vibe of this book. And you know what? This is a new one that we just released. We have new covers consistently coming out. And of course, you can change the colors of them down here. But I really like this one, so we're going to go with that. Now, I wanted to make sure we had an introductory paragraph, and we do, setting the stage, foundations of social media marketing. Here I'm going to put in something because I want to add a little bit of my flavor, my uniqueness to this book. So I'm going to say in this section, make sure to mention my name is Trey Smith, and I've been marketing on social media since 2005. Also mention they should post at least once per day on each social network, and I call this the spread method. Now I'm going to add this note, and I made that up on the spot, but even with coming up with unique names or calling something cool like that, Bookle will actually figure it out and then come up with a whole entire reason behind it, even a backstory. It's pretty amazing stuff. Now I could do a small, a medium, or a large book. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and do a large book, and now Bookle is generating the book for me. Awesome. And here we have our book that was made in a matter of minutes. We even have sub-headlines here. Of course, I can change out any of this, the author name, etc. And you can see we have setting the stage, foundations of social media marketing. All right. So this does an intro. This is great. It's writing in this relaxed style. It's introducing me, talking about all of my history, just like I put in there. Now let's see if it brings up that method I talked about. And I bet if I go down here, okay, check this out. Everyday hustle, the power of daily post. When it comes to social media marketing, consistency is key, right? So it's taking those notes and expanding on them. Think of it as the daily hustle. And this is in that relaxed tone. So it's showing up and making your mark every single day. The next part, boom, introducing the spread method. And it does it all for you. So pretty cool stuff. Now I'm going to go ahead and save this book, and we're done with Bookle. We could edit this. We could regenerate parts out of it if we wanted to. We'd use AI and do all kinds of cool stuff. But literally, that's how fast it is to make the first part of your business what people are going to see when they first see you advertising online or clicking links in your bio, etc. So now let me show you how with Autofunnel, we're going to turn this into a whole entire sales page to sell the book. So as you can see, we have our book right here. We can copy a public URL and share that with friends and family. We can duplicate this book. We can download multiple different copies like PDF and EPUB, all kinds of fancy stuff. One for Word here as well. But instead, I'm going to go over here to funnels. And I'm going to create a brand new funnel, and I'm going to choose to sell a book. Now, this is going to walk me through exactly what we're about to build. We're about to have a lead page, a book sales page, a checkout page, an upsell page, and a thank you page, all right? So what does that mean? First, we're going to have a lead page. We're going to collect people's email. That way, if they don't purchase the book, we can follow up with them. We're going to use AI to automatically follow up with them with one of the new products we're going to show you today. Then after that, we're going to have the book sales page, right? That's going to tell them all the benefits of the book, get them excited so they pull the trigger. Then we have the checkout page. That's where they're going to put in their credit card information. Then we have the upsell page. That's where you can sell a course and some other stuff if you want to. It's optional. And then, of course, the thank you page. Here's a link to your book. We're glad that you are checking this stuff out. Thank you for being a customer. All right, so I'm going to click next here. And then now we're going to choose our book. And obviously, we have the social media marketing playbook right there. It's going to pull in all my stuff. I'm going to sell this one for $5 flat. Click next. And then it's asking me about my upsell page. Now, I'm actually not going to do an upsell on this for the sake of brevity. So we're going to skip that. And now we're choosing the tone for the sales copy on the page. And you know what? Let's go with something that, let's do a confident. I want to have a confident tone of the sales copy. Not too cocky, but definitely a little confident so they feel like, hey, this guy knows what he's talking about. And then I can choose a design style that I want to be inspired with this. And you know what? I think I'm going to go with this one, kind of a minimal design style there. And then we'll click next, and it's going to build out everything. You can see it happening right here. The lead page, the book sales page, the checkout page, and the thank you page, all with AI. And boom, here we go, the social media marketing playbook. This is a whole entire business built around the book with Bookle. So we can click here and look at the sales page. Awesome, so this looks great. I really like the background image. I think we chose the right picture. It makes the book pop. The book looks awesome. We have really strong sales copy written as well. And that's the cool thing about this book pitch page. It's actually a long form sales copy that's based on the same one that I used to sell 28,000 different books. So I know this one works extremely well. So you can see we have these cool images again in that same art style. We go down, we have bullet points, we talk about the book, all the different stuff in the book, et cetera, because we have all of that data inside of Autofunnel. So of course, this is just the sales page. We also have the lead page, the checkout page, and the thank you page where they can download their book once they purchase. Awesome, guys. So that was the beginning. That's just Autofunnel and Bookle. Now we're going to jump in and check out Podcaster, the final one for this video, but make sure to check out more information to see our other software like Copycraft, Contacts, Outreach, and more. But for now, let's check out Podcaster. Welcome to our latest software, Podcaster. It actually creates great, amazing podcasts, just like our other software, Bookle, writes great books. And it's pretty amazing. So let me show it to you. So you can see I have a bunch of different podcasts here, but I'm going to add a new one now. And we're going to go ahead and already have this figured out. It's going to be called Social Media Rockstar Podcast. We're going to use this to promote our book and our new business, right? We're using all of these tools to dominate this little market and be known in the social media space. So I'm going to click on next here. Now Podcaster is creating images for our podcast. So we have a few different ones to choose from. I like this one here. We can also change the graphics around, even change the whole design. And I think that looks pretty good. So I'm going to click on next. Now I'm going to choose music for the podcast. When we started building out Podcaster, we noticed it was really boring if you don't have any music in there. So we're using AI to generate music for you that's going to fade out in the beginning. So I can choose from all these different options, but I'm going to do piano, and we'll throw in a little bit of guitar. So you can see now it's pulling from the AI system and creating these. And these are all copyright free that you can use. Here, I'll play you this one here. So pretty cool stuff. And you can use these as much as you want and generate new ones all the time. So I'm going to select that one, and then we're going to click next. Now we can choose a voice for our podcast. Now we also sync up to 11 Labs. So if you want to use your own voice, they have the best in the world to clone your voice. And we're going to have solutions for that too. But at launch, you'll be able to use 11 Labs if you use that, or use one of these great voices that we have here. So actually, like James, let's listen to that one super fast.
In this episode, we're going to cut through the noise and give you the straight up truth about what it really takes to build your audience.
All right, I think that's going to go great with the music. So we're going to go with that and click next. Now we have two options here. First off, if you want to write your own transcript, you can totally do that with Podcaster. All right, you don't have to use AI if you don't want to actually generate the text in the transcript. So I'm going to put in my episode name here, and that's going to be called Getting Followers and Traffic, the Truth. That's going to be the first episode of my social media marketing podcast. And then for tone, I think I'm going to go with relaxed here. I think that'll be good. And then the description, I already have one as well, all right, which offers a deep dive into the world of social media marketing, providing listeners with expert advice on building a robust online presence. All right, so we're going to use all this data, just how Bookle makes books, just like Autofunnel makes pages, to build out your podcast. All right, so now we're generating the transcript and we can see that live. So welcome to the Social Media Rockstar Podcast. I'm your host, Adam. Now you can change any of this that you want. And in today's episode, we'll take a deep dive into the latest trends on social media and find out the truth about getting followers and traffic. All right, so I'm going to confirm I like that. I think that sounds good. Now we're going to be building out the episode artwork as well. You have the option where you can just have a single piece of artwork for everything, or you can do this instead. I think I'm going to go with this one here, and we're going to generate. Awesome. So it's already generated. This is the first episode in our podcast. We can download this. We can look at the transcription, or I can change out the art or give it a play.
Welcome to the Social Media Rockstar Podcast. I'm your host, Adam. And in today's episode, we'll take a deep dive into the latest trends on social media and find out the truth about getting followers and traffic.
So pretty cool stuff. You can generate complete podcasts, long form, and have them out on a weekly basis that promotes your business without actually having to get on a microphone and write the whole thing out. And this is the only software in the world that does it.